What did you guys think of Quantumania?
I am nervous. Not because I think it's going to be bad, as in I am so unsure of the tension because that feels like that is the actual beginning of phase 5. And now we're entering into the dark period of now understanding the reality of what this multiversal, multi-cestral plane of existence post blip is really going to mean. And Quantumania is going to be that first element where the happy-go-lucky reality of trying to just overcome the trauma of the blip is going to get disrupted because now the new trauma has entered. Which, to some extent, for some reason, I now feel like there's less pressure on Wakanda Forever because of what they just dropped with Ant-Man Quantumania.
All right. Yeah. What do you think, JP?
Yeah, like we've been used to like funny Ant-Man movies, but I think we're gonna be seeing less of the comedy this time and more like heavy, serious stuff. Like, because for one, I don't think we're gonna see what's his name, Julio.
No, Michael Pena.
Right? Yeah.
I don't. I'm gonna double check that, but I don't think he's in it.
Yeah, I don't see. We'll be seeing those three funny dudes.
No, we won't.
Yeah, I reckon this is gonna be darker.
This name's not. Yeah.
It is gonna be. It's gonna be the big setup for like darker things to come as well. Like,
I mean,
big nature catastrophe.
Yeah. No, I agree. Like, to me, I mean, it looks, the use of the Hello Yellow Brick Road Elton John song was done really, really well. It sounds great. It's an interesting setup. But for everything that's good about this, and Kang looks bloody terrifying, For all the things, it doesn't feel like an Ant-Man movie, does it?
No.
It doesn't feel like an Ant-Man movie.
You know what it feels like? It feels like it was the Ant-Man movie that would have happened if the Fernetto series guy, the guy who did Shaun of the Dead, World's End.
Oh yeah, rightio.
Edgar Wright. If Edgar Wright had a chance to actually follow through on the Ant-Man that was created, the first one, before he disassociated himself.
Yeah, it was just, and it's, the fact is, the first Ant-Mans, they happen in San Francisco. There's a lot of, he goes around the house. Cassie's a little child, so it's a lot of it's kind of like, has a, what's the Miss Doubtfire feel where he's trying to get with his daughter, and everything's during the day, and it's like, this one's just like 360 degrees CGI, intense, like very much into that Loki season 1 of Loki, into that multiverse of madness thing, and not Ant-Man. But that doesn't mean that's bad. It just doesn't feel like Ant-Man. And obviously they've kind of said, well, this character's run its course in terms of light and fluffy. Now it's time to go darker with this guy,
But you know what? It makes sense because every Ant-Man movie has basically just been the bottle episode for the MCU. Like the first one when it came out was what? Right before Civil War, right? And it didn't feel like it connected with the tone of what we were going into Civil War, even though he was present in it. The next Ant-Man came as a levity after Infinity War. So you didn't really get to feel like it was really connected because of the fact that you're just like, yo, we're just dealing with Infinity War here. You just lost everybody.
But narratively it did, because the quantum realm becomes hugely important.
Right, but it made sense. It made sense in terms of the time travel, but it didn't make sense in terms of the tone for what we just came from after the heaviness of Infinity War. So for this one, this is going to be the first time that it leads the tone into something, as opposed to tries to follow or offset the tone. It's not just a transition piece alone.
Yeah, I mean, this was pretty much on the cards when they announced that Kang was going to be in this one.
Yeah,
because it's like, wow, the big baddie's appearing in Ant-Man. Like, you expect the big bad to turn up into an Iron Man or Captain America or Thor, but he's turning up with, you know, Paul Rudd, you know, and Michael Pena, and
don't forget we're getting MODOK now, and that one I'm interested to see how they're going to end up presenting him, because right now you got the comics, and then you have that animated Fox show that was on Hulu for so long, which was really hilarious. I actually really like that show. But to get the return of what's his name, the Yellow Jacket again, now coming down as MODOK in this, and not just hadn't been crushed into goo alone. Yeah. I'm interested to see, because obviously that guy is going to be more of the big bad than Kang, because Kang, I mean, regardless of the variation, we know, and apparently that's Kang, and that's not variation of Kang. So, you know, he's not going to die.
Let's remind our friends to please click on the subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you know when we have new videos out.
Subscribe!
Subscribe!
Oh, God.